Thiago Silva. تعود الكرة لكريستال بالاس. أنسان. in and runs in behind. That's why the likes of Manu Lukaku really struggled in this team, but we've already seen a slight difference between the two managers.
That's it for Sterling. This is Havertz with James in support. First time ball in. Mount leaves it for Sterling. Get hit with a block. Sterling is first back to his feet and then denied by the outside of the post. Chelsea so close.
Yeah, should have scored Sterling. Just look how many Chelsea bodies are in the 18-yard box when eventually the ball comes in. Ball gets played wide. Really good cut back again. Sterling with the first strike gets blocked and gets that little bit of luck as the ball falls back to him. Guaita maybe just does enough to put him off here. He just stabs at it. Guaita's there, goes down. It's finish a lot more difficult for him, but I feel he should have done better with that.
Scored 4 times for Chelsea since his 8.5 summer signing as Raheem Sterling. They've all come in his previous 5 appearances.
Really intelligent cutback from Reece James on far right side. So difficult for defenders to deal with those types of crosses. You see them so often now. 4 or 5 Chelsea bodies inside the 18-yard box, attacking that cross.
Back to his feet. It's an awkward moment for him here.
It wasn't the best ball played into him. He did well actually. His first touch was good and then just did really well to get his body in between Sterling and the ball, draw the foul.
Daniel Clyde.
From him this afternoon, particularly the makeup of that midfield area, really attacking.
Yes, are you? Edouard. They will leave it for Eze. Challenge came in quickly there from Fofana. That might have made it a bit more difficult.
Just feel the ball that gets played square isn't quite good enough. I'm not sure it's actually for Eze. I think it's actually for Elise, but slightly overhit. That was kind of Fofana, I think it is, to get across and just make it really difficult for Eze as he takes a strike on. Amount of space on the edge of Chelsea's 18-yard box there, though.
There have been openings at either end since the early opening goal. There's the back here doing his defensive duties. Gay again against his former club, to whom Palace paid about £18 million at the start of last season. Writer's clearance wasn't a good one. Mason Mount will try and pick up the pieces. Back they go to build again from the back row. Fofana for Chelsea. Something of a standoff in the Selhurst Park sunshine just at the moment.
Yeah, Palace just quite happy to sit in, just allowing the likes of Thiago Silva and Fofana to have the ball. And then as soon as the ball's getting played into that midfield area, then they're looking to press. They're just trying to stay nice and compact as a team.
A lot of time, haven't they, in the last few weeks to work on this sort of shape. They had just the 5 players away on senior international duty. Chelsea had 17 missing of their countries. Including this man, Reece James. Zaha tracking back. Did play for Ivory Coast, although all the African nations staged their games in Europe this month, so not quite as much travelling involved, as is often the case. Kovacic of Croatia. Mitchell got in a little bit of a tangle here. Requires some assistance from Eze. Cut out by Kovacic. Further work for Very Eze to do. He will probably settle for that in the circumstances.
Bits of defensive work from him. He's going to have to do that. Not this afternoon. I understand why him and Elise are kind of playing in that central midfield area. Yes, they're going to have to do the defensive side of the game, which isn't totally natural to them, but when they do win the ball back, they have that kind of composure, the quality in those tight areas to kind of hold on to the ball, draw fouls, and get Crystal Palace up the pitch, which is going to be so important.
We let this go because Klein has it for Crystal Palace with support from RU. Chilwell, the defender, with him. Elise was at Chelsea as a kid. Michael Elise looking for options here.
Into these areas, so talented, just tracks it back onto his right foot, just lacking bodies in the box. Palace there. Here's the footwork again from Elise, just looks to fakes the cross, and my left foot drags it back onto his left. Leaves Mason Mount for dead, but it's lacking a bit of quality on the cross.
Taken away from Chilwell. Thiago Silva just got there first.
A lot of pressure, Crystal Palace. This is really good for Ryu. Just doesn't give you a moment's rest. Chilwell there, slow in possession. Just a little bit slow there, Ryu, to just play that ball square. It certainly was on for the first time finish. Good recovery from Chilwell in the end.
He's made an impressive start to the season. His versatility has been praised by Patrick Vieira. He used him centrally for a spell against Newcastle last time, but his record against Chelsea in the Premier League is wretched. He's faced them 12 times previously and lost all 12. But half an hour in here, his team in front and fancying their chances from the corner kick, for which they have committed plenty forward. In by Elise and claimed by Kepa. He then takes a tumble.
Good handling, decent goalkeeping. Balaga, but he's under no pressure, which will disappoint Patrick Vieira. Some whip on the ball from Elise, but nobody really in that area. Really on the goalkeeper. As I said, it was very much possession based and a lower tempo and shorter passing and too many runners in behind. Hence why the likes of Melu Lukaku really struggled in this team, but we're already seeing a slight difference between the two managers.
Kovacic picks the pass here for Sterling. First time ball in, Mount leaves it for Sterling. He with a block. Sterling is first back to his feet and then denied by the outside of the post. Chelsea so close.
Yeah, should have scored Sterling. Just look how many Chelsea bodies are in the 18-yard box when eventually the ball comes in. Ball gets played wide. Really good cut back again. Sterling with a first strike gets blocked and gets a little bit of luck as the ball falls back to him. Guaita maybe just does enough to put him off here. He just stabs at it. Guaita's there, goes down. It's a lot more difficult for him, but I feel he should have done better with that.
Scored 4 times for Chelsea since his high-profile summer signing as Raheem Sterling. That will come in his previous 5 appearances.
A really intelligent cutback from Reece James on the far right-hand side. So difficult for defenders to deal with those types of crosses. You see them so often now in the Premier League. 4 or 5 Chelsea bodies inside the 18-yard box attacking that cross.
Back significant moment for him here.
Wasn't the best ball played into. He did well actually. His first touch was good, and then just did really well to get his body in between Sterling and the ball, draw the foul.
Nathaniel Klein stepping into the team with Anderson out today. Yarra has played actually with three centre-backs in the away matches at Liverpool and Manchester City this season, and if that was possibly part of his thinking today, the injury to Anderson has effectively ruled it out.
You can understand Patrick Vieira doing that away from home against the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City, but really positive from him this afternoon, and particularly the makeup of that midfield area, really attacking.
As are you, Edouard. So we'll leave it for Eze.
Played square isn't quite good enough. I'm not sure it's actually for Eze. I think it's actually for Elise, but slightly overhit. That allows kind of Fofana, I think it is, to get across and just make it really difficult for Eze as he takes a strike on. Allowing an amount of space on the edge of Chelsea's 18-yard box there, though.
And there have been openings at either end since the early opening goal. Eze back here doing his defensive duties, to whom Palace paid about £18 million at the start of last season. Reiter's clearance wasn't a good one. Mason Mount will try and pick up the pieces. They go to build again from the back row. Fofana for Chelsea. Something of a standoff in the Selhurst Park sunshine just at the moment.
Yeah, Palace just quite happy to sit in, just allowing the likes of Thiago Silva and Fofana to have the ball. And then as soon as the ball's getting played into that midfield area, then they're looking to press. They're just trying to stay nice and compact as a team.
A lot of time, haven't they, in the last few weeks to work on this sort of shape. They had just the 5 players away on senior international duty. Chelsea had 17 missing with their countries, including this man, Reece James. Zaha tracking back. Did play for Ivory Coast, although this month, so not quite as much travelling involved, as is often the case. Kovacic of Croatia. Mitchell got in a little bit of a tangle here. Requires some assistance from Eze. Cut out by Kovacic. Further work for Emery Eze to do.
Work from him, he's going to have to do that. Not this afternoon. I understand why him and Elise are kind of playing in that central midfield area. Yes, they're going to have to do the defensive side of the game, which isn't totally natural to them, but when they do win the ball back, they have that kind of composure, the quality in those tight areas to kind of hold on to the ball, draw fouls, and get Crystal Palace up the pitch, which is going to be so important.
Let's this go, because Klein has it for Crystal Palace, with support from RU. Chilwell, the defender, with him. Elise was at Chelsea as a kid, Michael Elise. Looking for options here. 3 or 4 to try and pick out in the penalty area. He's done beautifully to get away from Mason Mount. Before the cross was cut out and cleared by Thiago Silva.
Wonderful skill from Elise. Initially just running off the back of Jorginho as he plays a 1-2. He gets into these areas. So talented. Just tracks it back onto his right foot. Just lacking bodies in the box, Palace there. The footwork again from Elise, just looks to fakes the cross, on left foot drags it back onto his left. leaves Mason Mount for dead, but just lacking a bit of quality on the cross.
Thiago Silva just got there first.
So a lot of pressure for Crystal Palace, but a good response from them. Doesn't give you a moment's rest. Chilwell there, slow in possession. Just a little bit slow there. Ayew to just play that ball square. It certainly was on for the first time finish. Good recovery from Chilwell in the end.
He's made an impressive start to the season. His versatility has been praised by Patrick Vieira. Used him centrally for a spell against. Really is wretched. He's faced them 12 times previously and lost all 12. But half an hour in here, this team in front and fancying their chances from the corner kick, for which they have committed plenty forward. In by Elise and claimed by Kepa, who then takes a tumble.
Good handling, decent goalkeeping for Balaga, but he's under no pressure, which will disappoint Patrick Vieira. Some whip on the ball from Elise, but nobody really in that area, and then minimal contact really on the goalkeeper. Feel how far out it was, maybe the angle. It wasn't really a goal scoring opportunity. Thiago Silva back down the other end. He's the man that then goes and assists the Aubameyang equaliser. Lukaku really.
Just a few minutes later, Chelsea back on terms. Crystal Palace having scored first in 3 of their 6 previous Premier League matches this season, haven't won any of those 3, and once again the lead has been lost. But more immediate concern right now is for Nathaniel Klein. There's
a challenge with Thiago, should have scored still in the lead up to the goal, and I'm not sure if it was the contact or just where as he landed down. Really good header. Just looks like it's blocked, and he's putting a brace on the left leg. Multiple ankle or leg injury. Absolutely great as there goes across field ball from Reece James. Silva gets it really well. Just on that landing there, yeah, you can see that left ankle just rolls over.
It's like it might be a very sad end to what is the appearance of his career today. And
so often now.
Joachim Andersen in training this week, drafted in Nathaniel
4 or 5 shots
to the team today to make another move just before half time.
See,
to his feet. It's an awkward moment for him here.
It wasn't the best ball played into him. He did well actually. His first touch was good, and then just did really well to get his body in between Sterling and the ball, draw the foul.
Nathaniel Klein, one stepping into the team with Andersen out today. Vieira has played actually with 3 centre-backs in the away matches at Liverpool and Manchester City this season, and if that was possibly part of his thinking today, the injury to Andersen has effectively ruled it out.
You can understand Patrick Vieira doing that away from home against the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City, but really positive from him this afternoon, particularly the makeup of that midfield area, really attacking.
As are you. They will leave it for Eze. Challenge came in quickly there from Fofana. That might have made it a bit more difficult.
Just feel the ball that gets played square isn't quite good enough. I'm not sure it's actually for Eze. I think it's actually for Elise, but slightly overhit. That was kind of for fun. I think it is to get across and just make it really difficult for Eze as he takes a strike on. Allowing an amount of space on the edge of Chelsea's 18-yard box there, though.
There have been openings at either end since the early opening goal. As the back here doing his defensive duties. Gahey again against his former club, to whom Palace paid about £18 million at the start of last season. White's clearance wasn't a good one. Mason Mount will try and pick up the pieces. Back they go to build again from the back though. Bafana for Chelsea. Something of a standoff in the Selhurst Park sunshine just at the moment.
To sit in, just allowing the likes of Thiago Silva and Fafana.
We're in the last minute of the first 45, but there'll be plenty.
There it ended.
So that stoppage almost 6 minutes. It's Chilwell. Mason Mount ahead of him. Aubameyang to Havertz. Back. Tompkins got in a little bit of a tangle there. His first real African Nations stage there. Just able to guide it back, is he, to quite much travelling involved. It's been interpreted though by Chris Kavanagh as the back pass.
I think he does get a touch on it. Pressure there, Joel Ward from Mason Mount, who's in behind him, and
Very easy to do.
he walks the ball back to the goalkeeper.
Well, we are into 6 added minutes. Another twist from here. You don't see this too often, do you?
The rule obviously changed a fair few seasons ago now, but it's a side of the game with many defenders making that mistake. But just the pressure from Mason Mount on Joel Ward, just forcing him to plan those tight areas, the dangerous area now to have to defend, to Palace up the pitch, which is going to be so important.
That's Kente Guaita, isn't it? Really interesting. The defender with him. Chelsea will take here. There's 3 players currently at Chelsea.
It's a difficult one for the taker. What do you actually do with the strike? Do you smash it away from Mason Mount, whip it into that top corner?
Silva. There we go. It's going to be teed up for Mason Mount.
The back of Jorginho.
And only the merest of gaps to aim for, really, on that near post, and into the side netting it goes.
Yeah, tried to whip it low into that near post. No more than 6-7 yards out. Palace there has to be hitting the target. Just trying to be too precise with the shot. Just trying to whip it into that near post. Disappointing effort.
Given the openings that they fashioned in this first half, Chelsea might feel they could be in front. Right. They have battled back from behind. And on we go.
Quality on the cross.
Added time. Forward towards RU. Just misjudged the flight of the... By Jorginho under pressure, and then was caught. This time.
Slight surprise that this isn't a yellow card. Jorginho. Don't deal with a long ball forward. Gets beat in the air. Lose control of the ball. Just nicks in, just kicks the bottom with his studs. Yeah, nothing more than a foul, I would say.
He'd say standing over the free kick. He used him centrally for a spell against a member of the Chelsea Academy, where his younger brother Rich Chelsea Haynes is going to swing this one in with a Rossi strong punch. Eze sits up to all as intended.
Yeah, the first bit really good. Second bit
by Kepa, who then takes it.
Better serves, just spreading played out, but he's under no pressure, which will say he didn't. Minimal contact.
Kepa This is Havertz.
怀他大脚，发现没有？这两支球队现在都有点这个小动作啊，还是打对方的时候，两个人的保护，违约。哎，还好，不过来，这个球有点冒险。
哎呦，多金斯的又差点，我就担心他这劲儿上来，没准这也很危险。
啊，汤姆金斯最好别让他过多的拿球、输球啊。这段时间啊，确实啊有点脚
稍微有点乱，哎，有点乱。他中场你看那几次啊，神有组织，或者说我位置很好。
过来，哎，这个球很清楚，
这还不错啊。
哎，给了米切尔，很清楚，再走路，但米切尔这球能不能组织好进攻？德把球带回敲，哎，结束，补时了6分钟。这样一来，上半场比赛在上半场结束以后，双方打为了1-1平，这是埃及第。
胜利的荣耀不只印在胸口，也刻在心里。沃尔沃 XC60 2022-23赛季爱奇艺体育英超赛事转播战略合作伙伴。现代春，皇室的宫廷御酒，现代社会的名酒精英。剑南春，爱奇艺体育英超转播冠名。
欢迎回来。本场英超赛事直播由曼城全球白酒唯一合作伙伴剑南春冠名播出。上半场打为了1-1，当然有几个看点，就是首先呢，就是切尔西的在后防线上出现的一些失误，那么同时呢，就是水晶宫的快速的推进向前，非常快速的推进以及破坏性的中场防守，让切尔西可能一开始有点不适应。当然，另外一个看点呢，就包括了蒂亚戈·席尔瓦那个手球的判罚，但这个手球判罚到最后呢是一个黄牌。当然，从维埃拉的角度，从水晶宫的角度，认为这应该是张红牌。不过裁判呢，尤其是 VAR 的判罚，我倒觉得呢也能够接受。就是其实你要说的话，球本身的移动方向啊，或者等等啊，总之像阿特维尔这位 VAR 裁判给出的最终的建议啊，就是黄牌。
对。
不过上半场比赛我倒觉得切尔西有一段时间打得不好，那水晶宫有一段时间打得也不好。
没错，精彩的场面上半时不多，进球呢有俩，应该还算可以，但是戏剧的场面非常多。
哎，
对吧？这场球可能看点是在波特对这支球队的改造到底如何，打了一个可能相对不熟悉的体系，就是4-2，非常一般，就是有球的时候渗透，包括两个这种打法。冲吊型的这种打法反而获得了成效。
用着以前布莱顿老用的方法，打成了。那就是我从后场向前场推进以后，我是这个越过中场，空中的一种配合，能够把这比分改写。沃尔沃 XC60 全系混动，让斗志不息，锋芒尽现全场。那么。这场比赛可能下半场，无论是维拉也好，无论还是这个波特也好，可能都会在战术上做一些调整。尤其啊，对于波特来说，在后防线上，你如何的能够有效的阻止对方的强悍的速度冲击？尤其对乔丹、阿尤这样破坏型的中场的球员啊，你如何的去绕开他？那么其实呢，芒特、哈弗茨啊， 很大程度上有一段时间搅入到了肉搏战里边。你这样一来，你的特点啊就没有办法能够发挥了。好了，我们一起来看一下上半场的一些情况。
本节目由智慧豪华 SUV 沃尔沃 XC60特约赞助播出。
这是上半场比赛，
斯瓦纳的失误，
哎，打到后面啊，后半段，不太多见了。这是爱德华在对方的防线出现配合失误以后，抓住机会乱战之中攻入一球。
对，水晶宫的老套路，对吧？先防守，然后等着你失误，然后快反，快反。
乔大游真的是非常非常贼，啊，就在你对方身脚还够不到的那个缝儿里，还能够找到自己的队友。这是一次非常有效的进攻，而且很有危险啊！可惜就是斯特林最后差了一点儿。
他这个体系边下不去就麻烦啊！你老打渗透啊，这个水晶宫对水晶宫来讲他不怕。
下半场可能双方呢都有一定的危机，像水晶宫，由于克莱因不在场上的话，汤姆金斯现在状态是刚刚复出，状态肯定是不理想，反应也有点慢。他上场以后就出现了一次危机，看看下半场将会做出一些什么样的调整。好了，我们休息一下，稍后为你带来双方的下半场。
你如何定义足球？是刀光剑影，是青春飞扬，也是梦想成真。你如何